Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're getting right into it. We're going to break down this really brilliant storyboard pitch that was completely designed to teach the Pi payment flow, and more importantly, the Pi wallet security rules.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the core ambition of our source material today is honestly kind of amazing. The goal is to explain Pi payments as if it were for a 10-year-old. Now, I want you to just think about that framework for a second. When you build something for a 10-year-old, you're not talking down to them, right? Actually, what you're doing is systematically stripping away all those confusing technical roadblocks. You're setting up this highly accessible, simplified journey that literally anyone can instantly follow, no matter what their tech background is.
And that entire philosophy leads directly to these three foundational pillars from the pitch: simple, fun, impossible to misunderstand. Listen, the entire goal of this explainer is crystal clear clarity. In the world of digital currency, confusion is the ultimate enemy. Seriously, when people get confused, they make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, well, they become vulnerable. So by stripping away all that potential confusion, this approach is actively designed to protect every single pioneer out there. The logic is just bulletproof. If a process is literally impossible to misunderstand, it becomes pretty much impossible for a bad actor to trick you.
So how exactly do we make this simple and fun while still keeping all that crucial educational value? Well, right on cue, enter the funny Pi character. This is the hero of our little micro journey. The source material proposes using this really friendly animated guide. They actually use a little hatching chick emoji in the text to walk us through the ecosystem. By giving users this relatable visual character to follow, learning instantly turns into an adventure instead of some dry, boring lecture. We're basically going to shadow this little hero as they navigate the network.
Let's move to the next part and see how this actually builds. Our character's path is mapped out in three super quick, intuitive steps. Step 1, open the Pi browser. Step 2, explore the mainnet ecosystem apps. In the storyboard, our character looks around and goes, wow, so many cool apps. And then, step 3, tap buy. Notice how fast and energetic the pacing is here. It totally mirrors that real-world excitement of discovering cool new apps and interacting with the ecosystem. It's meant to feel completely natural and totally frictionless right up until that moment of purchase.
Actually, scratch that. Let's pause for just a second on that very first step. I really want to draw your attention to this specific quote from the pitch. It says, the Pi browser. Remember that, the Pi browser. The source even throws a little wink emoji in there, and honestly, it's doing a lot of heavy lifting. What's so interesting here is the deliberate, repeated emphasis on this specific starting point. The creator is planting a massive flag right at the starting line of the user experience, making absolutely sure the viewer knows exactly where the safe journey begins. Because if you aren't starting your journey inside the Pi browser, you just aren't on the secure path, for sure.
All right, so once we're safely inside that browser environment and exploring those apps, our character finds something they absolutely love. They declare, I want this, let's pay with Pi, accompanied by a purple heart. This is a massive action moment in the storyboard. We're crossing the bridge from just casually browsing around to intentionally initiating a financial transaction. It's the moment of intent. And while it's framed with all this enthusiasm, this is the exact critical moment where structural security becomes everything. Every single thing that happens after this decision has to be perfectly secure.
So, the crucial point is, and I'm going to really slow my pace down here because this is the absolute core of this entire explainer. When you tap buy, the payment process must automatically open the one and only official Pi wallet URL. That URL is wallet.pinet.com. Look at that big green check mark. This right here is the golden rule of the ecosystem. It's the singular, non-negotiable mechanism for safety. The system is built to automatically route you to this exact verified web address. If your screen does not say wallet.pinet.com, you stop. Do not proceed, no exceptions. To really drive this home, the source material actually brings a narrator into the storyboard at this exact moment to deliver this critical line directly to the viewer. Only here do you enter your passphrase, never, ever, anywhere else. I literally cannot overstate how important this boundary is. This quote aggressively reinforces the absolute limit of where it's actually safe to enter your security credentials. It's a hard, unyielding line drawn in the sand to protect your assets from phishing or bad actors. Never, ever, anywhere else. It leaves zero room for misinterpretation. And this brilliantly illustrates a fantastic design choice that the source highlights right after. You've got the strict manual process, entering the passphrase, which again only happens at that official URL, versus the alternative they show in the storyboard, using biometrics. They explicitly call this biometric option the even easier route. Side by side, it totally makes sense why this shortcut is offered. Biometric security, like Face ID or your fingerprint, means you don't even have to copy, paste, or type out your highly sensitive passphrase at all. It keeps the flow incredibly secure, but completely removes all that manual friction and the risk of typing it in the wrong place. And when you follow those simple steps, payment approved. The source throws in this great little bit of punny humor. Done! Easy peasy! Complete with a party popper. It leans right into the playful payoff of the whole educational experience. It just goes to show that when you actually understand the correct, secure process, it isn't scary at all. It's not some giant technological hurdle you need a computer science degree for. It's totally frictionless, highly rewarding, and exactly as they put it. Easy peasy!
Let's just step back for a second and look at what this storyboard pitch actually pulls off. It successfully teaches the correct payment flow from start to finish. And get this, it does it in less than a minute. According to the pitch doc, this is just a 40 to 50 second animated window. But most importantly, within that tiny little window of time, it perfectly reinforces the single most important security rule in the entire Pi ecosystem. It's honestly incredible how such a short, fun little pitch manages to hit all three of these massive educational goals. It completely proves that learning security protocols doesn't have to be a drag.
Which brings us to our final provocative thought for this explainer. Because we just broke this down, you now know the golden rule. You know to look for that exact URL, you know to always start in the Pi browser, and you know exactly how to protect your passphrase. But do millions of other pioneers know this? The source material makes a great point. A short, fun execution of this concept could teach this exact flow to millions of people. Education is a massive community effort, right? Just imagine the network-wide impact if every single person understood this simple visual flow. So who are you going to empower and share this simple knowledge with today?